Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, beautiful souls. I am Alicia Barney Matahari, and I am the Heart Whisperer. Returning subscribers and visitors, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you drop by again. Drop-ins and newcomers, so lovely to have you here too. Welcome, welcome all. It really, truly is an honor and a privilege to read your energy, to read your cards. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing your energy, your time, your comments, and in all the ways you support the channel. I am so beyond appreciative and feel very honored and privileged to be able to read for you. So today we're doing something. I just want to give a disclaimer that whenever you come across this reading, it will be timeless. However, the energies that we're looking at today are being infused by this unprecedented void of course energy, lunar energy that's happening in May 2026. And in a nutshell, what that kind of means is I'm getting the word unbridled. So when the moon is going in its cycle around the earth, there are usually planetary influences. So depending on what zodiac sign it's in, then there may also be a planet in there which will impact how we receive that energy. And of course, then you have your own chart, which will also add another layer of how you receive that inner energy and how that impacts you. So it's all layers and very exciting. However, in a void of course, unbridled is what's coming through. So it's an absence of that planetary energy. So it's the full force of the moon. And if you think about the moon gravitational pull, along with its dance with the sun, controls the tides. And we are, very much made up of water. So that impacts the way we perceive and the way we experience. So, and of course, the moon rules over intuition, it rules over water, it rules over the feminine. So it's pervasive what it impacts. And of course, also beneath the surface. So things could be bubbling underneath. So we're going to take a look at that. So after my spiel, we have pile number 1 here, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So we're going to be looking at how these energies that will be infused into this reading that's the intent of this reading, will be impacting you whenever you come across this reading. But it will be particularly potent around the time that I'm doing the reading because the energy is just so phenomenal. And I've listed in the description box the dates and the duration of the void of course energies that you can take a look at, and then you can pivot off if you want to and do a deep dive on your own time. With that said, I'm going to get into the reading. Okay, pile number 1. Let's put your 1 up here. So I picked one of these cards to kind of give the overall flavor of the reading and the impact, or where it will impact you specifically. And this is the White Witch Tarot, which is all major arcana. So for you, we've got the World card. Wow. I love this deck. It's so, so beautiful. I'm instantly seeing this figure is carrying the world on their back. And there's a projection forward here. You see the 2 faces? Very, very interesting. So I'm getting a very... I'm starting to feel messages come through for you already, but the World card in and of itself signifies, a completion, a turning point. It's card number 10, and it's the card before Lady Justice. It's the end. It's a culmination point in the major arcana. So very much a significant turning point for you, pile number 1. You have divine feminine energy. The frequency of the divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly, helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm really getting higher heart energy for you with all this pink, a lot of loving, receptive energy, and with the turquoise as well. Flower of life. very Venusian energy actually is coming through in conjunction with the World card. Very much so. The goddess that is here to work with you at this time is the goddess Irene. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. That really pairs so beautifully with the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is that receptive energy. And I'm hearing, if you tend to the moments, life is a series of moments, chop wood, carry water. If you tend to your vibration, manifestation unfolds. Again, very strong Venusian energy I'm feeling. Just going to pop that back there. And then you've got Wild Rose Clarity, which again pairs very nicely with the feminine energy, actually. The rose is, the thing about the wild rose, also known as dog rose, is it grows in a lot of places. So it's used in a lot of antiseptics. It has an antiseptic and anti-inflammatory quality to it. So I'm getting a real sense of calm, a real sense of nurturing, a real sense of love. That's what's really coming through here. There is only love. What would love do here? Dropping down into that vibration of love. So I feel like we started the reading with, if you didn't listen to the introduction, we were talking about the energy of the void, of course. And that was giving some kind of unbridled energy. It's not being directed by the planets per se. And the moon can be, it rules emotions. It rules the oceans. It rules the tides. So that's significant to me in that the collective might be experiencing a lot of tumultuous or a lot of emotion, whether we call it positive or we call it negative. It could be very intense. And holding the light, standing strong inside of that energy, inside of that cosmic weather, inside of that environment that you're in with other people, social environment, I want to say, and just tending to yourself first, putting on your own oxygen mask, tending to your inner child, recognizing that this too shall pass. Sometimes even so what's being shown to me is both set of extremes. Oh, Freudian there. Extremes. So we have on the one end, you have like sheer ecstasy, like that just unbridled joy. And then on the other side, you have a real propensity for, let's go down the sadness, depression, despondency, that kind of thing. So there might be some people who are really, really high and some people who are really, really low. And maybe many of us will be experiencing the wave of highs and lows over this time. And love makes the world go round. You are the loving force. You are not carrying the world on your back. You're able to, but you can't do somebody else's work for them. You standing with them, beside them, nurturing yourself and leading by dropping into that love vibration, dropping into that frequency. Being receptive to me is also giving that acceptance. You know, when somebody is when somebody is experiencing great pain, if somebody experiences a bereavement, for example, when somebody is grieving, you can't grieve for them, but you can sit with them and you can hold their hand and you can look into their eyes and you can tell them that if you had the power that you would take their pain away, but you can't. You can just share the moment with them. So I'm really getting a heart-to-heart connection. but really very much with your own heart, your own inner child, first and foremost, not to neglect yourself at this time. But I also feel you're that for other people. I just dropped all the cards. So, Eight of Swords came out. So I feel like Eight of Swords is usually, she can get up and walk away. Her arms are tied behind her back. She's on her knees. She's blindfolded. But she could get out of that if she wanted to. It's usually some version of, and I'm always struck in this card that like she's blindfolded, but she's got this serene kind of countenance on her. And I'm always struck by the beauty that is around her. You might be around people who are struggling to perceive the beauty that is around them. Or maybe you will be in a situation where you're struggling at times to perceive the beauty that's around you. So the reminder or the note is to know that you can see with your third eye. Don't trust your eyes. I'm hearing the Katie Melua song, The Flood. I'll link it in the comments below. There might be some messages for you for that. You might have to trust your intuition. You might have to trust your feeling, walking by faith and not by sight. You have the option to take off the blindfolds, but you might be wanting to feel your way through. I'm also noticing the dolphins here. That is also giving me play. Play is prey. Play is prey. We've got the Ten of Cups here. We've got the Chariot, which again is, we've been talking about the moon. That's lunar energy. Pisces, Hanged Man energy. Queen of Cups. Lot of Cups energy. Page of Swords. Queen of Wands. Wow. Queen of Transformation. And then you've got the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you're leaving something behind. We've got two eights. Something that's underneath the surface that may be related to your inner child that I feel might bubble up. The Chariot is very strong, very fast moving energy. You may have a new perspective about something that was painful in the past or that made you feel like you couldn't move forward in some way. But I feel like in May, something's really going to shift for you. I'm being called to tell you to rest in those moments, and rest as in maybe meditate, reflect, take a different perspective, contemplate. And Chariot is the card after the Lovers, which can either be a decision, it can be a choice card, or it can also be a card of love, of loving partnership, of soulmates. And in this case, because you have the Ten of Cups and we've got this couple under a rainbow, I'm feeling like it could be relationship oriented for you. You may have felt in some way that you were at a stalemate or a standstill in some relationship area of your life, whether that be in your family, in your romantic life, in friendships, or maybe it's all of the above, even at work. But I'm feeling it's that where you're, trust your heart is really what I'm feeling. And you can't change somebody else. And to even want to change somebody else, just receiving people where they are. And receiving doesn't mean that you have to collaborate with people, but it means that you can walk away from something that doesn't serve you. That could also be putting a boundary up the right to say no, the power to say no, the empowerment of saying no, having standards. The falling star and the 10 of cups are actually really jumping out at me. So something wish fulfillment related. You might have a change in perspective of what will actually bring you that fulfillment inside the context of relationship. You may transform how you feel about something. And you may get that through a message, through your guides. I'm really feeling this month is a great month for you to, when you're feeling the rise of those emotions, either your own, or I'm feeling like you would be very clairsentient, clairaudient. You might really need to actually withdraw into your own meditative state and not be influenced by the thoughts, actions, and feelings of other people, because it might actually feel overwhelming to you. It might be just a lot of psychic noise. And it's not that it's bad, but being able to close off your own energy receptors to focus on your own inner world. And a lot of that can be done through creativity and play, through connecting with your inner child. And being in, I'm back to play is pray. Being able to just do something for the love of it. A lot of cups energy here. So the heart, things that really speak to your heart. And I'm hearing that Liz Wright song, Speak Your Heart. I really feel this will be an emotionally transformational month for you. And also, your intuition is high. So trust your intuition. It's not wrong to have boundaries. Instead of boundaries, how about we say standards? Invitational. Feel invited, not obligated. Of course, you can meet somebody where they are, but it doesn't mean that you need to engage with them on the level that they feel that you should engage with them. So it's a collective reading, so it might play out differently for each and every one of you. But I'm really feeling like it's to do with matters of the heart. And you're being called to put those energies into your, especially when you start to feel the emotions bubble up. I'm hearing bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. So, an idle, what is it? Idle hands are the devil's work or something like that. Really using that energy to your benefit, putting it into your creativity, putting it into your play, putting it into your contemplation, just using that. And the dream time might be very significant for you. Like maybe keeping a dream journal this month and seeing what actually your dreams are trying to tell you. Also, I'm being called to share. The Queen of Wands is reminding me of this, and she's in her orange and red setup, get up, outfit, gown, and she's in the forest. So going out and connecting with nature. I'm also hearing movement in the body, like dropping the intuition is the language of the body. Like when our ego, our conscious mind gets involved, sometimes we talk ourselves out of things that our body knows to be true. That phrase, the body never lies, I'm hearing that as well. And again, we're back to things that move you. So dropping, maybe having a playlist that moves you this month and expressing from yourself to yourself your own emotions and allowing that to pass through you, through your art, whatever that is for you. Or maybe just even sitting in nature and just communing with nature would be very helpful for you, particularly this month. And what a great month to be out in nature, May. Like it just is such a joyous and happy month. It just really is. I mean, it's the month of Venus. So maybe some offerings to Venus this month also would be something that would really that might really help you as well. And then again, talking about standards, we have Venus who rules values. Don't compromise your values. Just dropping back into your heart space and checking in with your own values, checking in with your own heart. Does that align with how I want to move forward? A lot of kind of introspection for you this month, and moving consciously and not impulsively, yet going with the flow. I think that's all I have for you, pile number one. It sounds like it's going to be a very rich, but also very intense month for you if you let it whip you around rather than meeting it and surfing the waves. If you get wiped out instead of surfing the waves, it could be a lot less fun for you. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, pile number one, I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you at another reading. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you feel called to consider it. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So I pulled one of these White Witch Tarot cards for you. They're all major arcana to kind of set the tone. And then we'll look at your other oracle cards. Then we'll pull some tarot for you. You have the Chariot. Moon energy. Oh, Cancer energy. I love that for you. I also love the hands. We've got what looks like a new moon and a full moon here. I just love these cards. And then she's got the eyes. Well, I'm calling her she because it's lunar energy. The eyes in the palms of the hands. It's giving me feeling your way through the month, like sensuality. And then we've got this diamond shape, which also reminds me of Athena. You have got dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and joy, and great joy. How beautiful is that? And that really does pair very nicely with the lunar energy of the Chariot from dynamic. I mean, the Chariot's one of the faster moving cards, energies in the tarot deck, but also being in contemplation, for example, it's moving energy, but more passively. So it's kind of giving me passively dynamic, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. I'm sure you know what I mean if you know what I know. Bast, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Gorgeous. So Bast is an energy that you can lean into this month as well, or at this time, or whenever you come across this reading. Gorgeous. And then you've got Purify and Sage. So what I'm really getting for you, pile number two, is contemplation, the unseen, the unconscious, the subconscious. I feel like that there's a lot happening beneath the surface for you. Dynamic, we've got 23. That also breaks down to a 5. So I feel like some things, and dissolve is coming up. That word dissolve is coming up. And not being independent, rather than, I'm not getting hermit energy insofar as, solitude. I'm not getting solitude. What I'm getting by independent is knowing your walk, walking your walk, and talking your talk. Like knowing what drives you forward, Chariot, having made your decision, the Lovers, having made your decision in harmony with your heart space, with your own Purify, Sage. So I'm getting a double meaning from that. So Sage, I'm seeing the High Priestess, which is also lunar energy, the moon energy. So you being so tuned into your intuition. It's your intuition that's driving you forward. Really trust your intuition. You can still obviously listen to what other people have to say, but your decisions and what drives you forward should be based on your own frequency, your own, I don't want to say agenda, your own momentum. Momentum's a good word with the Chariot. So what you're building and what you're driving forward is very much the engine of how you navigate this month. I feel it's particularly important this month to just really check in with yourself. Does this align with me? Because I feel like it's a dynamic month. I feel like, and 5 is also giving me 5 of Swords and 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands are the 2 cards that I'm seeing in my mind. And what that's giving me is you might have a lot of demands on your time. You might be in a very dynamic, busy environment. You might have a lot of things going on around you. You might have a lot of people trying to pull on your energy, pull on your mental energy, pull on your emotional energy, pull on your time. Maybe even pull on your finances and resources. And for you to check back in with yourself. Does this align with my values, and is it going to drive me forward in the direction that I want to go? And that I am partnering with my intuition. I'm walking by faith and not by sight, because you might not be able to see all the things that are happening underneath the surface. Also, I've got the devil out for you. Other people, again, that's giving me other people might want to hitch their wagon to you. Other people might want to attach to you because they see you in this energy and they want to stow away on your energy. But I'm hearing a phrase, you can't do somebody else's push-ups for them. And it's not that you're leaving anybody behind. It's just that they're invited to come along, but they have to carry their own weight. You can't carry them. It's not that the time for that is over. As we move into the age of Aquarius, and as Uranus moves into Gemini, as we move away from Pisces, things are coming to the light. It's a humanitarianism. Everyone needs to be able to not just carry their own load, but actually be their own individual person. And what's going to drive humanity forward, and Aquarius, I'm feeling a lot of Aquarian energy actually, is that ability to be authentic, to be transparent about your values and who you are. It doesn't mean that you need to show all your cards, because that will be stupid. Still be strategic, still be independent, still be pure of heart, be pure of intention, and you'll do great. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, in this Wheel of Fortune, I love it because you see all the moon phases. 8 of Voices. This card came up in pile number 1 as well. Oh my gosh. You've got the World here. We've got the 7 of Emotions, which is the 7 of Cups. We've got the 3 of Materials, which is the 3 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, romantic, loving energy. And I'm feeling this one. 9 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I feel like we were talking about with the 8 of Voices. So I see how she's looking up into the cosmos. This is another confirmation for me that you have everything you need. Like, she's bound, kind of, but not really. It's reminding me of Nelson Mandela. He was asked, how did you become president of the country that imprisoned you? And he said, the man that came out of prison was not the man who went into prison. What he did with his time, he was locked in a cell, and that's back to that stationary dynamic energy. He did a lot in a cell for 27 years. So you might feel actually that you're chomping at the bit to move forward. You are actually moving forward. It mightn't look like it on the surface. You might feel bound, but actually this work that you're doing inside of that container is actually driving you forward. And this work of purification, and I didn't get into the sage. The sage is also giving me the idea of a sage. We burn sage to purify, but a sage is also, they're more connected with the divine. They're channeling divine energy. And then we have 7 of emotions, and that can be options and choices. So then you have the 3 of materials, which is collaboration. But I feel like this collaboration might be, you partnering with your own intuition, your own resources, and building something. There could be another partner that comes in, of course, that's helping turn the wheel and the world. My gosh, the world is literally your oyster. And you may not be able to see what's coming up, and we call that surprise. And you could not probably, and see how the world is covering her eyes also, and she's covered. Like, that's telling me that you may not even be able to perceive what is manifesting for you through being disconnected to your intuition at this time, dropping into your emotions and really having a beautiful, romantic, loving attitude, I want to say, to the future. Even though you might feel like you're restrained, you might feel like you can't see, you might get frustrated because you want to move forward, but to trust your intuition, to trust that the divine is working with you, and it's leading to your independence. And look, the independence card, the 9 of materials, 9 of pentacles, is below the world card. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can we get more information for pile number 2, about what might be happening, please? Depths of love. You could be meeting somebody. You could be connecting with a soulmate. And I'm noticing that these 2 are they're on their backs and they're looking up to the heavens. So you could also be connecting with some guides. Maybe you're seeing a lot of orbs around you. Maybe it feels like an energetic cell, but it's actually a portal to other worlds. Blue ray being. Direct divine expression. Bridge between dimensions. I feel like your psychic gifts are going to open up this month, pile number 2. Angelic ones. Divine healing is upon you. Divine grace and divine guidance. Yeah, I feel like this month, these energies are really going to help open up your third eye and really connect your crown chakra, and really this purity being able to, it's qualifying you into a higher level of channeling that divine energy, because it's not about, there is a hierarchy, but it's not about superiority. Like hierarchy, the angelic realm, they're much more pure than we are. They're much more, the frequency of the angelic realm is not as dense as the 3D. And they're free of the karmas that we carry as human beings. So I feel like that this month is going to be really an upgrade for you. Pile number 2. And I also feel for some of you, you could be meeting your person. You could very much be meeting your person. How beautiful. Okay, pile number 2, I am going to leave that there. I am so grateful that you stopped by. And if you are not subscribed, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. And I very much hope to see you at another reading. Bye, pile number 1. Or pile number 2, I'm sorry. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to pop your 3 up there. So we're going to look at your major arcana. This is White Witch Tarot first. And that will set the tone of your overall reading. And then we'll look into the rest of your oracle cards. Woo! You've got the Empress. Venusian energy out the gate. I love this Empress card. She's got a rose at the throat. Like, this figure is just made up of, we've got this dove here for the head. We've got so many wings. We've got this figure in here at the heart. You've got double hearts. Really, it's giving. So they say that Neptune is the higher vibration of Venus, and Empress is Venusian energy, but it's really giving like higher frequency Venusian energy, like celestial level. Gorgeous. You have Earth. Wow. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. That's really pairing, like, it's almost what I was trying to say about this, but articulated it not well. Then the goddess that is working with you at this time is Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children grow. Gorgeous. And Violet, attract. Oh, gorgeous. So straight away, I'm feeling for you this month that you're very fertile in the area of spirituality and grounding it into the earth. Violet is really giving me like your crown chakra is like just really, really heightened, really, really active, really, really opened, but you're channeling all that down, not only into Mother Gaia, but into all of Mother Gaia's children. I feel like you're having an amazingly impactful, nurturing, healing energy on the inner child of yourself and everyone that you're around. You're having an incredibly healing effect and loving effect on Mother Gaia herself. And everywhere you go this month, you're bringing that beautiful Venusian energy. People feel abundant in your presence. They feel prosperous in your presence. They want to be around you, attract. You might attract in some resources and some soul family or ideas even that will really propel you on your soul's journey. Oh my goodness. First card out, Empress. What a confirmation. What a confirmation. And we've got the Venusian sign here in the heart. 2 hearts. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Emperor. Empress and Emperor. My goodness. High Priestess, lunar energy. Wow. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands. Holy. And the Hermit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And the Chariot. So you have got double Empress, which is double Venusian energy. You have got, we're talking about moon energy. You've got Cancer and the Chariot. Both are moon energy. We were talking about how this month your crown chakra is on fire. I feel like anything you plant this month, not only is it like coming straight from the divine, but it's going to be very, very fruitful also. And you will attract the resources in order to turn it into something. The 10 of Wands in this spread, we've got the Hermit. It's suggesting to me, so the Hermit is the wise one, but the 10 of Wands, it can indicate like being overburdened. But in this case, I'm feeling like either it could be that you've been too burdened in the past to step into this energy, or with the Emperor beside it, that you're really stepping up into this authoritative version of yourself, where the Emperor is all four kings. Mastery over air, over water, over wands, over fire, and over pentacles, over earth. So again, what you plant, what you build, like I see it being very successful. I also see you having it being divinely blessed and be divinely offered. You really being able to look, you know, that quote that I think it's Claire Nocte says it a lot. Spiritual adepts prefer the dark because they can see their own light. And then the canopy of stars here. Really, really gorgeous. I feel like anything that you put anything you plant this month is really coming from a space of just purity, absolute purity. This actually feels like it could be a continuation from pile 2. So you might have come from pile 2. Can we have some more information about month of May? And of course the Empress is May because it's Venus. May is Venus, Venusian energy. My gosh. Okay. Abundance. Oh my goodness. Fullness of source, enough for all, open. Wow. Breathe the sun. Presence, pineal, activation, relax, let go. So the Empress, she's often depicted as being pregnant. There's inside the heart, there's something. So you're birthing something. She's not running around frantic. She's allowing it to come in its own time. Attune to subtle energies, balance, frequency holders. Oh my God. I mean, with the High Priestess and the Hermit, are you kidding me? Your energy is so potent this month, pile number 3. And travel. So I don't know if you're going to physically travel somewhere. You may. Some of you may physically travel somewhere. But also, you've got Lemuria here. This might refer to astral travel. This might refer to remote viewing. I mean, we've got the High Priestess. We've got the Hermit. You might be contemplating. You might be traveling without moving. That Jamiroquai album. This is amazing. I feel like you're having a really big psychic upgrade. But it's like, but you're able to seed it into the earth. And you're really supporting your community as you do it and the world at large and Mother Gaia herself. Gorgeous energy, pile number 3. I think this message is complete. I'm just going to leave it there with you. I wish you just the best and most amazing May. I feel so alive in your energy, and I think you're going to have that impact on people, and I feel like you're going to feel that way in May as well. Maybe not every moment of every day. Because with these void of course energies, it could be like being on, you know, seas where somebody said to me once, you know, we have the highs to appreciate the lows. So you might experience the breath of being human, but you'll take it in your stride and you'll know that this too will pass. Like, as much as being pregnant is beautiful, it can come with some discomfort, and it can also come with some stresses on the bodies. So really nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and just know that you are so loved and so blessed, so supported. Your energy is so pure. You're attracting in so much right now. You're just, I love it for you. I absolutely love this reading for you, pile number 3. I'm going to leave it there. If you're not subscribed already, I wish you would consider subscribing. And if not, I will see you at another reading. I hope. Have an amazing rest of your day, pile number 3. I'm sending you lots of love and blessings. Bye.